If there was anything to be taken from Arsenal's latest batch of financial results in February, it was that Stan Kroenke would not be going anywhere soon. And so it has proved, with the billionaire now set to take sole charge of Arsenal Football Club. Kroenke Sports. Once the deal has gone through, KSE will then have full control at the Emirates, taking the North London powerhouse private for the first time. The American arrived at Arsenal in 2007 when he pocketed 9.99% of the club's shares from Granada, a deal that was set up by David Dane, who was then vice president. Now a decade on, he is about to take complete control of the keys to the Emirates, much to the frustration of rival Usmanov, who saw a £1 billion takeover bid knocked back by the American last year. That may seem like a huge figure to most, but it's clear it would take far more than double that figure to even tempt Kroenke into doing business. The latest financial results were announced in February and revealed a pre-tax profit of £25.1 million for 6 months ending November 30, 2017. They showed just how valuable Arsenal is to Kroenke. At the time that they started, the share price at Arsenal was £18,000. That has since rocketed to a high of £30,000, with shares trading at £29,000 at the time the results were revealed. Given that Arsenal continue to operate to a self-financing model, as Chairman Sarkozy admitted when announcing the financial results, that means Kroenke's investment has gone up by 40% without putting in a penny of his own funds since June. Right now, he is sitting on a cash cow in North London, so why would he get rid? Arsenal's majority shareholder Stan Kroenke in the director's box at Wembley. Ever since he bought into the club in 2007, the American has been looked at with great skepticism by most at Arsenal. Even Peter Hillwood, chairman at the time, was having none of it. "We don't want his sort," was the famous line he trotted out, before board members vowed to block any attempt at a hostile takeover. But that all changed in 2011 when Danny Fiszman's health took a serious downturn and, just before his sad death, he sold his shares to Kroenke and in doing so made him majority shareholder at the Emirates. In that moment, Kroenke, who also purchased the shares of Lady Nina Bracewell-Smith, was handed the power in N5, much to the frustration of Usmanov, who had been trying to beat the American to the keys for the club. There are varying degrees of owners in football. Some, like Roman Abramovich, are fueled by ambition, fueled by dreams of trophies and grandeur. There are some who appear so outlandish, so ridiculous, that you wonder just how they manage to make themselves the money it takes to be able to afford to run a football club. Take a look at how Leyton Orient and Leeds have been run in recent years, for example. And then there are the ones who seem happy to tick along, satisfied with just being there and thereabouts, and that's where Kroenke takes his place at the table. It's that stance, that apparent apathy and lack of ambition, that frustrates fans, especially given the money they pay to watch Arsenal at the Emirates. Arsenal fans protest against Stan Kroenke. Supporters read the financial reports, they see the eye-watering numbers that the club seem to be sitting on, and understandably they want more. That's why so many of the protests we see now about Wenger are also aimed at Kroenke. It's not just Wenger out, but Kroenke out as well. But there are plenty of reasons why Kroenke will not be going anywhere anytime soon. In fact, there are more than 1.8 billion of them. When Kroenke bought his shares from Fiszman back in 2011, he did so at a price of £11,750, but when the last Arsenal share was last traded on the NEX exchange before February's results were announced, it went for a staggering £29,000. That valued the club at £1.8 billion, meaning that Kroenke is sitting on shares in Arsenal worth £1.2 billion, but Arsenal's worth to Kroenke is more than just cash. The American has a portfolio of sports franchises back in the States, none of which are successful by the way, although the LA Rams did just enjoy a season in the NFL which far outweighed expectations. But having Arsenal as part of his group is hugely beneficial to the 70-year-old, it gives him plenty of opportunities to further his own gain. Kroenke has relocated the Rams from St. Louis to Los Angeles. He has moved the club 2,000 miles to another city to maximize profit due to the more lucrative LA market. Arsenal's majority owner Stan Kroenke with son Josh. To do so, he has committed to building a huge state-of-the-art new stadium in Inglewood at a staggering cost of just over £2 billion. Arsenal's majority shareholder is said to have had to borrow about £800 million from JP Morgan Chase. Mark Gannis, president and founder of a Chicago-based sports business consulting firm, revealed to the LA Times that the loan could be one of the largest ever taken out by a team to help finance a stadium project. Having as valuable an asset as Arsenal within his portfolio could allow him to guarantee money against the club to help finance the cost of the move and the construction of the new arena. Arsenal has, and continues to, present Kroenke with opportunities to make money without actually having to spend any of it himself, as these latest financial results show. Keep up to date with the latest news, features and exclusive from Football London via the free Football London app for iPhone and Android. Available to download from the App Store and Google Play.